Good evening, everyone. Some people in Clintonville are saying once again that their city was booming and quaking again last night.
Yeah, this coming after a few relatively quiet days in that area, but that is changing. The city started receiving calls shortly after 10:30 last night. People said they heard 3 or 4 large booms. City officials say many of the callers reported the noises coming from the northeast part of the city. Some residents believe Tuesday night's noises were even louder than last week's.
This one was extremely loud. It almost sounded like a car accident, boom.
Now, city officials talked with the U.S. Geological Survey today. The city asks residents to still report the noises to determine where the events are coming from. Now, the USGS says unlike the 1.5 quake from last Tuesday, its instruments didn't pick up any seismic activity in the area last night. The city is now saying that it may install sensitive seismic monitors to get a better idea of just what's happening in the area. Fox 11's Bill Miston has the latest from Clintonville.
It's like somebody's blasting water holes with dynamite. It really shook the house.
Clintonville police received 65 phone calls Tuesday night. Residents reported hearing 3 to 4 loud booms. Police say the majority of the calls came in between 10:30 p.m. and 11:40 p.m. No damage was reported.
I think we need to rely on people who are normally dealing with earthquakes to start monitoring this.
City Administrator Lisa Kuss says the city plans on asking the U.S. Geological Survey for help.
And we are going to request that they look at installing some sort of seismic monitoring devices right here in Clintonville, as opposed to relying on data that's coming from monitors that are quite a distance away.
About 12 miles away. That's the closest station, and there's nothing on it or any of the other close-in stations from last night.
Bellini says loud booming noises are common with small earthquakes when sound waves break the sound barrier. However, Bellini says Clintonville could have experienced another earthquake even though the equipment didn't register anything.
It's just that the one that we did record was large enough to record on several stations to get a location.
There's been a lot of speculation as to what's causing the noises and vibrations. So as the city and the USGS continue to monitor data that is available, some experts have other opinions.
We don't really know anything about faults buried under Clintonville. There's no bedrock on the surface, and we don't have good enough subsurface data. So it's possible, but calling it an earthquake is just giving it a label. It really doesn't tell us why it's happening.
UW Green Bay geoscience professor Steve Dutch says since the reports are so localized, he thinks the noises and vibrations could be caused by natural changes in the water table or thermal stresses in the city's water system. Dutch says the only way to get to the bottom of the issue is to specifically monitor for the noises and vibrations. However, Dutch says once the instruments are installed, the noises and vibrations could stop. In Clintonville, Bill Miston, Fox 11 News.
Now, the city has apparently sent a formal request to the USGS for the seismic monitors. The USGS is then going to decide whether to grant that request and when. And you can find out more information and more coverage on the earthquake in Clintonville on fox11online.com. To get to that, click on the link attached to the featured story on our homepage. It includes all of our reports on the booming and shaking in Waupaca County, and you'll also find an interactive map where the noises have been reported.